Everybody, let's see. Okay, I got the audio this time. You got the camera. There's no ghost pushing it down. We're actually good this week. A couple minutes late, but we're good. We're good. So this week we got a lot to cover. We got a lot. And hey, what's up, Lindsay? What's up, Jay Kite? What's up, Theme Park New England? What's up, everybody that's watching? We got a lot of we've got a lot to talk about. What I did was I compiled a list of things I could keep up with up to the minute. I'm sure I might miss some, but I got a list of theme park reopenings. I mean, there's been a ton of announcements. Hey, what's up, Charles? I do not have an exact date of Six Flags New England, but I'm hearing some stuff. Now, the stuff I'm going to say, don't hold it, don't run with it. It's just something I heard. I can't confirm or deny what I've heard, but I can at least give you a roundabout rumor of when Six Flags New England is going to open again. It has not been confirmed by the park. It has not been told to me. It's not been announced. It's not in the news. The little birdie told me something. Hey, it's all good, Chris. You know, it's weird. It's like most of the news at first was just theme park openings. And it's great. We can talk about it, what we want to do. But then Chris had sent me a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, there is a ton. Like I said, there's a boatload of different things, especially for those that are looking to go to Disney. There are things about like Compounce we're going to talk about. There's some stuff. Somebody else, another little birdie that I cannot say, gave me some a little info. But people have been posting about it, about Halloween Horror Nights. And basically, the quick thing about the Halloween Horror Nights is they've done. They started doing casting call for Halloween Horror Nights, so that's putting, it's showing more positive. There's more positive than negative. And Lindsay, Yale Entertainment there. I don't know if you heard about what Pennsylvania did today. It's been blowing up. This is something good, and I wish more states would do this. The government, not the governor, but all the government, all the senators, whoever, they put this bill forward that takes away power from the Pennsylvania governor. No matter what the governor does, cannot undo what they did. And what they did was they ended the emergency. They ended all emergency protocols. No more masks, no more social, nothing. No matter what they did, even though they said the fight's not over, they're probably going to have to go through the Pennsylvania Supreme Court and fight that out. But they deem what I mean, every time you sue the governors, you win every time. Kennywood, Idlewild, and that water park there, the Castle one, they're all opening up on July 11th. So those are the first three of announcement of park openings. But that's what they did. But Pennsylvania was like, they dropped the gauntlet, and all all the legislative people that are inside Pennsylvania dropped the gauntlet on the governor. What is his name? Tom Wolf. And they said, they go, we're not asking you to end them. We're notifying you immediately that it is done. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, keep that all. There's going to be a fight about it. So just keep that in mind. But right now, Pennsylvania, nobody has to follow any more rules. And if you followed me on my personal Facebook page, if you've seen, we were watching the Rhode Island governor does. She used to do every day, and now it's just Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I won't have another update until Friday for you. I like taking the Snapchat, camera with the filters, and I like, hitting record button and make it fun. I had one with a fish on her head. She looked like a cat in a chair because our governor's a joke. So that's what we did. I mean, we don't have any amusement parks, so I got no skin in the game, as they say, about amusement parks, and we got none. We got nothing. Imagine that. No roller coasters, no nothing. But I could drive an hour away and go. So yeah. Again, I haven't seen anything on Hershey Park yet. It was a lot of great things. And like I said, when we announced, well, I didn't, not we, but when we posted on Facebook about Lake Compounce, I had known that date for 2 weeks. I knew everything about that. Just the park asked me not to. I know I was teasing you guys about it, but it was they asked me not to publicly put that out. They said they don't want to put the cart before the horse, just in case something goes down or they can't enter the phase. So that's what they did. So keep that in mind. So we knew about it. And we're in a little while, we're going to talk about Lake Compounce and Six Flags New England. I want to get through everything else, because then if, you know how it is. If people get the news they want, they bail out. I'm keeping you guys around for a little bit. Not too long, but for a little bit anyway. We can all hang out, chat. There's a chat. Use the comments, talk. So let's break down. Oh, yeah, I saw the post. I saw it like a couple minutes. I went upstairs to go get my water and put my little sprinkled powder in here. The was it Crystal Light or whatever, strawberry. But I saw that. Yeah, let me see. Let's go through the theme park openings. Let me get the news. So this isn't in any particular order. It's not nice. This is just what I've typed in over the last week between. So you got, then this is Texas Aquatica, June 11th. Six Flags Fiesta Texas, June 19th. Dollywood, June 15th. I don't know if I wrote down SeaWorld. I may have forgot to put that, but I think Jay Kite just did that. Let me see what he put. So June 19th for SeaWorld. What else? The Holiday World is June 17th. Busch Gardens Tampa is June 11th. Six Flags Over Texas. The water park opens on the 18th. The park opens on the 19th. Kings Island, July 2nd through 11th for pass holders. July 12th to the public. Cedar Point, July 9th through the 11th for the pass holders. July 12th for everybody else. Six Flags Over Georgia, June 29th. Six Flags St. Louis, June 22nd. Disneyland and California Adventure Park, July 17th. Kennywood, Idlewild, and Sandcastle Water Park, whatever the hell it's called, that's July 11th. Lake Compounce from the 1st to the 5th is for season pass holders, and the 6th is for everybody else. So what I want to do is I want to get... I don't know why. I think the last states that are going to open Lake, I haven't seen an opening date for that. That's probably coming up soon, probably before Massachusetts. But it's like New England and New Jersey. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to open last because it's so weird. Like, And I can understand, truly I can understand. Hang on, let me, like Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, they got hit pretty bad, like in terms of why, things are open and things are slow. So I'm gonna do this. What I'm doing is I'm looking at. So when you look at the cases, how many new? Well, I know today they had more cases in Rhode Island, but so New York has the most with 380,000 cases. They've had 24,404 deaths. New Jersey, 165,000 cases, deaths 12,303. California is the next one. Then Illinois is another one. Massachusetts has 103,000, 7,316 deaths. What is this? Oh, it says 78,101 recovered. So there's still people missing from that list. After Massachusetts is Texas, and then Pennsylvania, then Michigan, Florida. Where's New? Yeah, so I can understand why a lot of these areas are taking. I'm not saying it's right, it's wrong. Everybody's got a different view on it. Just spin the wheel, and there you go. I understand why, but I think, look, I keep saying this all the time. For people that are going to the parks, all of us, we need to figure out: do we want to take the risk? Do we want to go, or do we want to stay, wait, see what happens, whatever? And that's all fine and dandy and great and awesome, and you take it upon yourself for what you want to do. So I'm not here to batter anybody. I'm not here to talk crap to anybody. That's up to your personal thing. But let me tell you, if you go, I am waiting for a vaccine, you're going to be waiting for a long time. For a viable, working vaccine. I don't care what Fauci says or anybody else says. It's well known in that world of, vaccines and medicine. It takes 5 years. I don't care about today's technology because that's baloney. Because then if they could magically make a vaccine for this in 3-4 months, working and get it out, that tells you something. Something ain't right. But I'm not going to get political and conspiracy theory. I'm just saying, use your discretion when you want to go. That's really the gist of it. Use your discretion if you want to go, stay, watch other people have fun. You're scared, whatever it is, have at it, have fun, do what you got to do. That's on you. That's not. Nobody can tell you otherwise. That's up to you. Yeah, Conneaut is not opening. There's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more. There's been quite a few parks that have said, I'm not bothering. It's all the small ones. Well, not all, but it's a lot of the small parks. I mean, Funtown, Splash Town. Yeah, Pennsylvania, what they did today, there's no more phases, no more green, yellow, red, nothing. It's done. It's over. Done, over, see you later. But anyway, with all this stuff going on, I feel these hot-hit areas, don't expect too much. Massachusetts has put Six Flags New England in Phase 4, which the earliest, I know I'm putting the cart before the horse and going early, but I don't care. So Six Flags New England, then I'll get back to Lake Compounce, cannot open no earlier than July 20th. That's the earliest Six Flags New England can open. If everything, Edaville's not opening until Christmas, which is fine. I want to go for Christmas time. We also, what do you call it? There are, with six. So the thing I'm hearing, the rumors I'm hearing, I'm never going to tell you who said it because I'm not getting them fired or whatever from anything. But hang on, I wrote it on my calendar, so I got to open it. Oh, you triggered me when you said the S in Illinois. Yeah, well, that's the way I say things. yeah, some parks just had to go, you know what, it's not worth opening. We can't do what we need to do. And that's why some of them are shutting down. They financially said it's not, they haven't said, but when you look at it from a small park's point of view, like Edaville's small. Nice, lovely little park for families. I love going to it, so that should tell you something. I would, I know it sounds crazy, but I would rather go there than Cedar Point. And I know that's probably going to make people's heads explode, but that's the truth. But, so what I have heard, oh yeah, I was trying to pull up my calendar, sorry. Where is the calendar? Where is my calendar, my friend? All right, so let's go to July because I got it written down. I wrote it. All right, let me see what week I'm in. What? That was weird. Okay. Alrighty then. I saw tax day pop up in July. I'm like, they ain't tax day. Tax day is April, but because of this year and everything that went on. All right, so there is a rumor going around that they haven't set the exact date yet, but they're being told between the 20th and the 22nd that they're looking to open. Now, I have not heard if workers have gone back. I haven't talked to, there's some people, like I know a lot of workers that operate rides, work in work in the custodial, work in food. I can't say what department of whatever I was told, but they're not, regular workers. So I haven't heard when people will call back because they need a few weeks to get going. So if they need to do that, I don't know when they're calling them back. They didn't tell me that, and I didn't ask. So there is a rumor of opening between. It should be one of those days, but they don't know yet. Like I said, it's not confirmed. It hasn't been published. This is just rumor. So you can run around and say it all you want, but until it's fact, there's no point in. I just figured I'd let you guys in on a little something. We're saying Florida is going downhill. It's not a place to bring immune compromised kids. I get why. Oh yeah, give kids the world. They'll reopen at some point, but they're not going to. I'm sure they'll reopen at some point. Right now it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like right now it's really tough to go, yeah, this is happening, that's happening. Because nobody really knows. I mean, right now, everybody said they're closing indefinitely. Everybody thought parks would never reopen again. They just wait. You got to wait to see what the climate is. You got to wait to see how things are. Because, look, like I've said to you guys before, the only way. So today, Florida. Is this today's number? Is this? Let me see. I'm going to refresh. Oh, they haven't updated this in a few days. The last time that this was updated for, anyway, Rhode Island said 51 cases on June 7th. We're 3 days later. Anyway, so if I go look at Florida, let's see what their numbers say. Let me see. Let me do this. I'm just going to type in Florida. It'll give me the same map. They were updated yesterday. As of yesterday, they had 1,096 new cases. So their cases are actually dropping. I mean, the day before that, June 8th was 966. It went up to 1. So the one thing that I would like to say about the cases and all that, Oh, they're up a little bit. They kind of, if you look at this, it's just a big squiggly mess. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. The only way to get through this virus is just get herd immunity. The more people that get it, the quicker. Because if not, you're gonna be sitting in your house forever. You ain't going nowhere. I think this is, like I said, you're gonna see. I mean, we only had 51. I forgot there was like 60 something new cases. There's not. Oh yeah, I have it in my phone because I took a picture of it, of the today's numbers when I was making fun of the governor. Hey, let me look up the thing. Just like I could tell you, I mean, around here it's not too bad. Where the hell is it? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. I'm trying to find. Not that it really matters to anybody. What is that? Oh, total tested. Yeah, see, Rhode Island for us on a total positive cases, it went up, and it's just going like this, and then kind of dipping a little bit. We only have 27 in the ICU, 16 on ventilators, 1,406 hospital discharges. Currently hospitalized 148, and there's a whole bunch of updated mess. So we don't have that much here. Here we're doing all right, but we don't have. Right now, we're not really a tourist destination. We're shut down. Like the people like go to beaches and stuff. You can, but it's tough. It really is tough. So, like I said, you heard the news about Six Flags. So the next thing I want to talk about is Lake Compounce. And this time I set it up so we don't have to dig through it. They put up this little chart table thing. Yeah, me and Larry are still doing the thing. We gotta set up a date. We're working on that. So they set this thing out. It's less people, more space. So I'm pulling it up on my phone so I can see it better. Where the hell? Where did I put it? Oh, okay. So if you're looking at that on your screen right there, if you look to the left, it says we help you, and underneath you help us. So they're telling you these are the things we're going to do to help you to have a good experience, and this is what you can do to help yourself and us still have a great experience. So where is it? Okay, so now I'm looking at it. We can look at it together. This is like we're doing distance learning. We're doing some distance learning, everybody. So less people, more space, limiting the number of guests to facilitate social distancing and monitoring capacity with attractions and buildings. There will be distance markings on the ground, some attractions closed to manage capacity. Then they got enhanced sanitizing throughout the day, providing sanitizer stations throughout the park. Team members will wear face coverings where appropriate, and that's for how they help you. And then, how are you going to help them? So they're going to help you. How are you going to help them? So you can buy your tickets online, buy your tickets in advance, keep social distance, do your social, read and follow posted safety signage, wear a face mask where appropriate, wash your hands frequently, avoid touching your face. So those are the things that's on your screen. So when you want to go to Lake Compounce, and then we're gonna do our thing so that we can show you guys how it's gonna look, how in the lines, in the what just showing you things, how they're gonna do certain things, and we're gonna show that. We're gonna film it, talk to you about it, and then when I get home from that, I will edit it quick and. Well, here's my thing about the temperature thing. People have in their minds that it's gonna be like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think like it's gonna take forever to get through. You gotta realize capacity is gonna be cut greatly. So, I mean, even I think like that sometimes. I'm like, oh, wait, the park's not gonna be that busy. So like whatever as ka, whatever his name is, they like saying that ka. Um, I mean, I had that great conversation with. To me, right now, Larry's been all right. Great guy. We had great conversation even before what you saw recorded, and I think the guy is great. I think he's going to do good. To me, right now, I haven't had him be rude to me. I don't really know him well, but right now we've kicked off a good relationship. Yeah, I mean, eventually, like LB Kosama was saying, so you have through Sunday to buy a season pass for Kennywood. That would be good through all of 2021. Jerry's a great guy, but I mean, he's still at the park, so to speak, but he's not the park president. He's working for what do you call it? Uh, what do you call it? Um, yeah, he's working for corporate. I think he's working Palace Entertainment. I think, but yeah, I mean Jerry's a great guy. I have no problem with Jerry, and I know people are gonna get used to not having Jerry. You're gonna have Larry now, and think about it. I think Larry's gonna have Larry's gonna have to. He's taking on. Uh, he's got to fill big shoes. We all know that, and I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't like. I mean, like, I've had a couple conversations with Larry. I've talked to him once or twice while I've seen Jerry walking through the park. I've talked to him on that interview that we did, the call there, and like I said, there's a lot to take, and I get it. He's been working there since he's been 16, and I understand that there's people that hate Jerry. People, there's not a lot, but there's enough people that think uh, Jerry ruined the park. I don't agree with that statement, but I think Jerry's done a great thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, Chris, that's gonna be the thing. Parks gonna be able to maintain doing that. They might have to start cutting hours from parks to stay profitable. But you also got to remember too. Through all this, people are getting back to work. I talked to Jerry and Larry stands there like, that's, you know, uh, it's going to be tough. I would give Larry a little time. I mean, I don't know how long you've known Larry for. Like I said, I haven't really met Larry that much, and right now I have nothing bad to say about Larry or Jerry. I think they're great guys. You know what I'm saying? But uh, I don't think Jerry's ruined the park. I think he's done great things. Uh, I'm willing to give like this year and next year, like Larry, give him the benefit of the doubt for the rest of 20 and 21 to see what he does, how he transforms the park. Excuse me. So again, I take everything with a grain of. I try. See, here's my problem. I try to see the best of everything and everybody that I can. I don't want to trash anybody because I don't want to be trash. But you got to take it hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like I do this podcast or I make videos, and there's people that have been like, "Oh, you're a piece of crap," and go eat this and that and the other. You know what I mean? So, again, like I tell everybody, you gotta. Larry's got big shoes to fill. And right now, I'm digging Larry. I think he's a great guy, and I can't wait to see what he does. Unfortunately, he got handed a pandemic for his first roundabout of actions as taking over the park. I really feel bad for the guy. The guy's got to do a quick turnaround. Yeah, Jerry's a very nice guy. I remember when Boulder Dash crashed. It was the day that we were having an Ace event at the park. And while dinner was going on, or right beginning, the trains crashed, And then Jerry was pissed that whole night. And then I talked to him after, and I wasn't asking anything about. I knew he was pissed, and I wasn't asking him anything about it. Didn't want to piss him off any more than he already was. And he emailed me like a day or two later, and he was like, "Josh, I want to apologize for the way I acted." He goes, "I was very angry," and I'm like, "Dude, don't worry about it. I get it, man. Like I understand, like." That the accident happened. Nobody was on it. Nobody got hurt. It did damage, but I get it. Sucks. I didn't even hear it. When it happened, I had just gotten to the picnic pavilion for dinner, so I didn't even hear it happen. But then again, the pavilion's on the other side of the Rapids ride. So I mean, I don't think anybody heard it. Then all of a sudden, while we're sitting there eating, before Jerry came around to tell us what happened, people were like, "Boulder Dashers crashed. Boulder Dashers crashed." I'm like, "What? We didn't hear nothing. We didn't see nothing. Nothing." We still had ERT, but not on Boulder Dash. We had Phobia. We had Wildcat, and I think we had Ghost Hunt, I think. Which I love when you get Ghost Hunt on ERT. It's really great. So there you go. You got your Lake Compounce info. But let me tell you something. Evidently they were having a problem yesterday when they made the announcement. Like, I bought a season pass yesterday. So in order to go, you have to have a season pass from the 1st to the 5th. Then you can click, make a reservation. But every time I kept doing it and typing the code in, it kept saying the ID, the code wasn't working. Excuse me. And then like an hour later, it was good. So I made reservations. Matter of fact, Charles and I, we're meeting up with Devin and Jeremy. We're going July 1st. So when July 1st comes, make sure you mark your calendars. And don't worry, we'll be posting stuff. So what I'm going to try to do, and hopefully Charles, if I'm not doing it, that Charles reminds me, but I know I'm going to go live. But we are going to go live on Facebook and Twitter at whatever time. Then I'm going to post pictures and stuff like that. We're going to show you how busy, if it's not busy, what it is. And we're just going to show you what's going on, how it works, take pictures, tell you all about it. This season will probably be the cleanest the Boo Blasters on Ghost Hunt have ever been. Oh, you ain't kidding. Everything's going to be the cleanest that it's ever been. So hopefully they're cleaning people get reminded to constantly clean. If I can catch a glimpse when I'm walking of the workers cleaning and people can see that, that goes a long way for people that are on the fence about going. I mean, I think as long as they have it in their head, they're not going to tell us because it's going to affect their stocks. So they're not going to technically go out in public and go, "We're allowing 3,000 people a day." You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to have to, if you want to go, you make a reservation, you go. Eventually they'll get more and more people into the parks. But people are very cautious. People are like, "I don't want to get sick." A lot of people, a lot of states, when you leave your state and you come back, you're supposed to quarantine. Not force, but it's suggested quarantine for 14 days. Now, if I did that, I would never be at work. I would never be anywhere. You know what I'm saying? No offense. If anybody gets pissed at me, I am not self-quarantining. I mean, if I'm sick, I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to go make other people sick. But if I'm fine and I have no symptoms, yeah, and even the WHO now is saying it's very rare for somebody that's asymptomatic to pass it on. That came out the other day. People were freaking out. So again, I, there are a lot of things that I will play by the book. There are a lot of things that I will not play by the book. Will not. Will not. And speaking of things, when I was watching the government thing, if you happen to look at, if you read all the comments, I was posting videos from SFNEOnline and Honolulu. I only posted 3. Like one here, a couple minutes later I posted another one, then a couple minutes later I posted another one. So some random person was like, stop spamming. And I said, I'm going to spam your mother's a-hole. Plus he was picking on some lady and giving her a lot of crap, so he got a taste of his own medicine. He was bullying this lady. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how the cleaning processes go. So, I mean, I would probably imagine that the workers would have to clean their ride. But what about who's going to clean the handrail? I'm sure they got everything figured out. Like, you guys are cleaning the handrails. You guys are doing this. You guys are doing that. Do this, do that. You may find that there's nobody at the park. I don't know. I mean, I'm going and I'm going to have fun. And I am going to enjoy every last second of it. Like, I literally plan on staying as long as possible. It opens at, like, 10, closes at 8 o'clock at night. Whatever rides are open, I'm going to ride. End the story. If I can fit my butt in a kiddie ride, you bet your butt my butt is going on a kiddie ride. But I think at first, you're not going to see a lot of people trying to go. They're going to it's kind of like people that want the vaccine. There are people that are going to run right out and do it. And then there's people that are like, hang on a minute. Let's see what happens to those people that get the vaccine. Like, what happens? Do they mutate and grow an extra hand? Maybe a couple extra eyeballs or something? Maybe they lose their toes and fingers grow. I don't know. But you have to just roll with it and have fun. If you want to go to a park, do your social distance. If they say wear a mask, wear a mask. If they say you don't have to wear a mask and you don't want to, don't wear one. If you want to wear one, wear one. You know, there are things you can do, and there's things that, you know. Oh, my new thing is when people, I will say this whole thing, like the pandemic and the protesting and the riots and everything all together that's happened has really changed my perspective on stuff, and I really just don't want to deal with people's stupidity any longer. So now when somebody's coming at me with something stupid, I'm coming at them. I don't care if it risks the fan base of SFNEOnline or Honolulu or people start unfriending me on Facebook. I don't care. Like, I'm appreciative of each and every single person that watches, helps give me, you know, news from different areas and stuff. I love all you guys, but if people are coming at me with stupid, you're getting it right back. I'm sorry. The days of biting my tongue. A lot of people don't want to say nothing, you know. You know, but that's what it is. So, like I said, how's everyone doing? Long day of work. Happy to see you streaming when I'm finally done. Yeah, you know, I tried my best, and because now I'm back to work too, that my daytime streams I can't do. And I know there's people that miss the daytime streams, but I can't. And trying to, and the mess that's going on at my house with the addition stuff, and they started pouring foundation stuff today. They're coming back to finish the foundation. We need to get out. We do need to get out. Here's the thing though, like I was saying, if you have to, there's people that are not going to go. There's going to be, of course, a bunch of people that are going to go, have a ball, and love it. You're going to see people go there every day. They're going to be like, yes, I'm finally out. Yes, I can finally go. And for me, it's amazing. You know? And I you know, it's like I just want people to realize, and please, like I said, when they reopen, give them a little slack. Things are not going to go, I know things are not going to go smooth. There's going to be hiccups along the way. This is a whole new circumstance. So people are going to be like, hey, what is going on? Like, just breathe. Don't get pissed. Be a little patient. Because if you look at, I posted something about Lake Compounce, and somebody got upset that, oh, well, because some rides may not be open, are they going to charge a cheaper rate because the rides aren't open? We all know if you got a pass, you got a pass. If you got a ticket and you buy a ticket, you're paying what it is. I understand from both sides of the fence on this topic, right? Us as customers, we buy passes, we buy tickets. We want the most bang for our buck, right? Enter coronavirus. Right? Now that stops everybody from going anywhere. We were stopped in our tracks. Now we finally got positive. Work at Kennywood. I love Kennywood, man. Kennywood is one of my favorite parks. When I got to ride Steel Curtain, I'm not a Steelers fan, but I will say that coaster's badass, regardless if it's got the Steelers on it or not. That coaster's still badass. I don't care what the hell's on it. Well, I mean, if it was Frozen, I would probably say it sucked, the movie Frozen, but yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, with everything going on, and then the other side of the fence is, look, parks were in danger of closing for good. Parks were in danger of not opening at all. Parks, thoughts on RMC, American what? I don't know what that means. Oh, American Eagle. Sorry, I didn't see that. You know what, Generic Gamer? I think they should RMC America. Are you talking about Six Flags Great America? If you're talking about Six Flags Great America, yes. RMC that. Yes, I want to see RMC. I wrote it. It had a neat layout, and it was pretty cool, but it was rough as hell when I wrote it. Yeah, it is nice seeing a bunch of new faces in here. It's awesome. All you new people, tell all your friends to come and hang out. We're having a fun night here. Well, it's not... Well, see, Wildcat won't be smooth. Larry's too cheap for that. From what I was told by Jerry... See, this project started with Jerry. So Jerry's been working on this thing for a while. Yeah, dude, I don't look at RCDB. I'm not that nerdy. And I'm not knocking anybody who does. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time. I dibble and dabble in too many things. I don't have a lot of time to be sitting there. I used to. When I used to have time, I used to RCDB everything. Now I don't. It's just, I don't know. For me, it's just like, I don't know. I just can't. I have nothing against RCDB. I've actually hooked them up with some stuff. Well, no, they're not the same person. But what I know from the conversations, Jerry tells me a lot of stuff that maybe I probably shouldn't know. You know what I mean? Like, Jerry's that trusting to me that he'll open up and tell me a lot of things. You know what I mean? And what Jerry told me, and I'm not defending Larry or Jerry or anybody, they spent and I'm sure you know that they spent a boatload. Hey, what's up, John? They spent a boatload of money on Wildcat. So much so they could have put a brand new wood coaster in its spot. And now they're getting rid of the wheel for the belt, for the lift. That's going. And they're putting in another thing. And like I said, I am not at all defending anybody. I'm saying based off of what Jerry's told me, that they got a few more areas left to do to try to smooth it out. I don't know how long Wildcat's going to sit, but let me tell you, at some point, I see Wildcat going bye-bye. I think I just don't know when that is. And the only reason why I say that is I don't think I recorded the Q&A from Nor'easter. And somebody asked the Lake Compounce guys, "Hey, who says that what do you call it? Oh, that Wildcat is smooth, and they know that it's not. They know that it's not smooth, and they're trying their best. Here's the problem: like once you, oh, the quick story was there's a big huge story to it, and I've told this story a lot. Uh, but the very short story of it is the park gave it to me. There was only two made. I think Ace got one, and I got one. So that's the short story of it. The park, Six Flags New England gave me that. The actual story will take like 20-30 minutes to go through the story because it's a long story that had a lot of domino pieces to fall for me to get that. So we'll just say the short story is the park gave it to me. But anyway, so with Wildcat, once you get on the first hill, come back up, it's all right, and then once you start turning to go back up the next hill, they don't. I did a video on the Wicked Cyclone story. I don't remember if I added in the banner to it. I'd have to go rewatch. I don't remember what I said exactly in the video. That was a little while ago. But yeah, that I don't know if I put. I might have just talked about the whole Wicked Cyclone thing. Oh, I know. I still got a lot. Hey, what's up, Zach? Danny Souza. Theme Park New England was saying they were trying to open. Canopy Lake was trying to open July 1st, and New Hampshire told them to eat a bag of crap. So nobody knows when they're going to open. It's getting tough. Hey, what's up, Jason in Paradise? So anyway, so for the Wildcat coaster, they got some turns and stuff that they have to fix, but they got to profile them. Because the way that the coaster was made back in the day, they'd like tight turns, and the trains that they had on it and how tight they were, that's why the coaster track was getting all messed up in the coaster. And it finally got to be at the point where they started doing all this work, but there are some turns that are actually going to get reprofiled to kind of turn the bank out a little bit because it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think after they fix it, they probably got like 2 or 3 more years of doing track work on Wildcat. Then they'll probably just let it do its course, and then when it's really bad, they might have to take a bath in the money they spent, and Wildcat LLC. Jerry Brick wanted to keep it as classic and original as possible. He tried. When I talked to him, he's like, I am trying, and he fought with corporate. Corporate wanted to rip it out. Corporate wanted Wildcat gone. They were going to put a new coaster in its spot. Jerry fought him. Jerry won. They let Jerry do his thing. And honestly, a lot of people are coming around saying that's one of Jerry's mistakes. I mean, I don't know how many people are saying, but I've heard multiple people go, if Jerry made any mistakes at that park, it would have been trying to keep that. He wanted to keep the nostalgia of the ride going. He wanted to keep doing his thing. And they spent, I have no idea how much, 5, 6, 8 million. It's around $5-6 million at least that they spent between the 2 new trains, the retracking, and the work that keeps going on. Now the new lift for it because the belt's going. So Lake Compounce. That's why Lake Compounce hasn't had a lot of. Excuse me, I keep burping. I apologize, but hey, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is with Lake Compounce and Wildcat. Eventually, I see that thing going. I think in the next few years you'll. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna wait. I mean, they're gonna have to get their return on investment. That's probably about 3 or 4 years. So probably within 5 years, I think Wildcat would be 5 to 8 years. Say 5 to 8 within 10 years. I think they'll start ripping that out and putting something new in its spot. They could go get a whole new wooden coaster that's more thrilling. I mean, I rode it before they did the retracking, and it was horrible, and you probably could have got broken ribs. Then like when they first started retracking Wildcat, it was getting better. But like once you hit that final turn, I feel like a bobblehead, like it's just like, yeah, no thanks. You know what I mean? So I mean, they'll know when nobody is riding this thing anymore, and they can't get many riders anymore, they're gonna rip it out regardless of the money they spent. Like, why are we gonna keep updating this thing when nobody's riding it? They're trying to fix something that they should have. I know it's classic. It's got the Ace landmark on it, and that don't mean nothing to anybody really anyway. And I foresee it going bye-bye. When that is, within 10 years, I think it's gone. And like we were talking about, if you watch us play Planet Coaster last night, and we were talking last night about any rides that are a maintenance nightmare are, you know what I mean, the rides that are old, maintenance nightmares, they're going to get replaced. If it's not cost effective to keep spending the money on it, and you're not getting that return on it, the ride's going. What's up, Max? And Jay, it's great that you got the I can't wait to see what you got when you go live. Yeah, Wildcat's an Ace landmark, and I'm telling you, there have been rides that have been torn down or changed something, and they lost some certain status. Plaques go back. You know, so like I said, when Wildcat isn't as horrendous as it, you know, usually it's an okay ride. I'm not saying it's the best wood coaster on the planet. I am just saying I think it's time that they, and I know like the purists that want to see wood coasters stay forever and get redone. I'm telling you, this is one that needs to go for a loss. And then rip it down and put a brand new one in. You know what I'm saying? Put a brand new wood in. And you can get more airtime out of it. It could be smoother. It could be a better ride. They just need to... Well, yeah, it does break down a lot. But they get it back up pretty quick. I remember the day, like when it was first opening, within the first couple days or whatever opening, the ride broke and they couldn't get it to stop swinging. It took, I don't know, 10 minutes. You know, it was going, like, you know, until they could get it to stop. It took a while. It was funny. You know, so, again, keep everything with a grain of salt. Please, when we get to the point of getting to the parks, going out, have a little patience. Don't be a jerk. Have a little fun. And all that stuff. All right. Let me get rid of everything that we've talked about. But one piece of news I'm going to talk about really doesn't have... Let's be honest. There's nothing that's saving Wildcat. Unless they reprofile all the... If they can reprofile all the hazardous turns, as I call it, there's a few. You know. Then it could be saved. It's just how the thing's running. It's not running good right now. Imagine if they did make a B&M Woody. That's funny. So the site crashed multiple times before you can make a reservation. It means people want in. They want to go. That's what that means. All right, so we knew that Kings Island was suing Ohio. So didn't Cedar Point and the Kalahari Resorts. I don't know about the indoor water park place. I don't know how they fared out because they were kind of in it a little bit longer than... But we know the outcome that Cedar Point and Kings Island can reopen. Well, July 9th, the season pass holders. I think it's the 12th for everybody else. Hey, Jay, yeah, I'd be interested in seeing how that works, too. If you're a fan of the NBA, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up because it's got to do with a theme park, it is returning. There's going to be an 8-game regular season with playoffs. It's going to be a little different. But the kicker is it's being played in Walt Disney World in the world of sports. So over there they got an NBA court, and they can play all the games. They're going to use some of the resorts to house the players, and they're going to play everything in Disney World. No fans. But then I was talking to one of my employees the other day, and they said that they're going to actually... I don't know if it's going to pump into the stadium or into the, into the live feed. They're going to use, what do you call it, NBA 2K sound effects, the crowd and everything, to play during the games. I don't know if they're going to pump it in for the players, and if we can still hear that. I don't know exactly what's going on at the moment about that, but I heard that, and I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, they're going to use the NBA 2K sound effect stuff that, that's in the game. And they're going to use it for while they're really playing NBA. So if you hear crowd noises, it's from the video game. Because there's going to be no crowd. All right. So there's that. All right, I talked about that. So I'm just going to run down the list of the news of what's going on between... there's a lot to do that Chris had sent with Disney stuff, and then I kept typing stuff, and I have other stuff. All right, I already talked about that one. So I want to show people what it's kind of... Well, hey, that's... it's good that things are breaking down, because it means... people want to go. People are sick of being home. And, oh, that's cool, Lindsay. Says, I met my future stepbrother yesterday, so that there were going to be 8 regular season games with 22 teams, possibly a wild card tiebreaker thing before postseason. He was watching First Take on ESPN. Let me see what else we got. So, for those that are looking, and Chris and I were talking, because we both have annual passes to Disney, so we're kind of like, some of the stuff is going to piss off pass holders, so hopefully they do something a little extra, because they're definitely reducing the value of the pass, and for the amount of money you spend on the pass, and I'm not complaining, and I'm not going to come out with pitchforks and torch and trash them. I hope they do something. If they don't, I get it, but they're really taking the value of the pass right now. It kind of threw it in the toilet. And again, I know because of what's going on, there's nothing anybody can do about that. So first off, park hoppers will be put on hold for the entire 2020 season. So you can't park hop. You have to make a reservation. You're only allowed to have so many days on hold or whatever. I'm waiting for when pass holders can book reservations, because I'm going to book some. There is a list of restaurants that are going to be open on as of, June 22nd? So they got Bay Lake Tower at Disney. Oh, so they got the Wave American Flavors, the Wave Lounge, Contempo Cafe, Cove Bar. Boulder Ridge Villas at Disney Wilderness Lodge, Whispering Cannon Cafe, Roaring Fork, Copper Creek Villas and Cabins at Disney Wilderness Lodge, Whispering Cannon Cafe, Roaring Fork, Geyser Point Bar and Grill, at the Animal Kingdom Villas, Santa, Kid Annie Breakfast at Santa Lounge, Maji Pool Bar. The Beach Club Villas has the Beach and Cream Soda Shop. The Beach Club Marketplace. Martha's Vineyard. That ain't real Martha's Vineyard. That's near Massachusetts there. That's an island. That's not here. They got the Boardwalk Villas. The Territorio al Forno. It excludes character dining, which is temporarily unavailable. The Pizza Window. The Boardwalk Bakery. Leaping Horse Libations. Abracadabra Bar. I like that. Fort Wilderness Resort Campground. P&J's Southern Takeout. Meadow Snack Bar. Crockett's Tavern. Old Key West Resort. Olivia's Cafe. Good Food to Go. Gurgling Suitcase. That's a weird name. What are they gurgling in the suitcase? The Polynesian. The Kona Cafe. Captain Cook's. Pineapple Latte. Barefoot Pool Bar. So all the resorts that are got there, they got some stuff, food, restaurants at the, at the resorts. So if you're going, those are the restaurants that are open. So there's an annual pass holder statement. So there's going to be, during the limited capacity period, it may be difficult for annual pass holders to get park reservations to visit on certain days. To help manage capacity, total reservation days held at one time will be limited. More details will be shared in the coming weeks. Some pass benefits and features will not be available during periods of limited capacity. Also, park experiences and offerings will be modified and subject to limited availability or even closure. Annual passes are subject to blockout dates. Guests should ensure that their pass type is valid for current entry prior to making a park reservation. They're going to have a special preview soon for annual pass holders to look, it's kind of like to kick it off before they open. So these are the hotels, if you're looking to hang. I mean, I don't know why anybody would go before the park opens, but there are people that want to go hang out. They want to get money. So you can stay at the Disney Deluxe Villa Resorts. Let's see. So Bay Lake Tower at Disney Contemporary, Boulder Ridge Villas, Copper Creek Villas, Disney Animal Kingdom Villas, Beach Club Villas, Boardwalk Villas, Old Key West Resort, Polynesian Villa and Bungalows, Riviera Resort, Saratoga Springs, and the villas at the Grand Floridian. If you're planning on going to Disney like I am at some point, here's the top things you need to know. A confirmed room reservation for your stay. Be sure to link your reservation to your Disney account to receive important information prior to your arrival. A confirmed dining reservation. If you're a day guest not staying overnight, face coverings for each guest, 2 and up. Must be worn in all public areas except while swimming or seated for dining. To enter a park beginning July 11th, both the park reservation and valid admission for the same park on that same day is required. A Disney Resort Hotel reservation does not guarantee theme park access. Make sure you have the latest version of My Disney app, cashless or contact forms of payment, magic bands, which I wish all theme parks would go to. Some type of system like that should have that to do what Disney's does, or even like the Tapu at Volcano Bay. That needs to go everywhere. They're going to have wellness screenings. The Fast Pass Plus service is suspended for the time being. Extra magic hours benefit is unavailable until further notice. They're going to be cleaning common areas. Housekeeping is going to touch the high touch areas. Housekeeping tools will be cleaned between rooms. Floors will be steam cleaned and vacuumed between guests. Inside your room, you'll find extra linen, towels, individual wrapped glassware, double case pillows, additional items that have been cleaned and wrapped in a single-use package. And during your stay, your room will receive a light cleaning service every other day, which will include removal of trash, used towels, replenishment of towels, amenities throughout the room, bathroom, wiping, cleaning, all that, vacuuming if needed. If you're a Disney Vacation Club member using your membership to stay, you'll receive a service on the 4th and 8th days, unless you decline the service. If there is more than one room in your reservation, you choose to decline service, your selection will apply to all rooms on the reservation. They got complimentary resort transportation. Minivan service will not be available. Parking will be self-parking. Valet service temporarily unavailable. Bell service will deliver luggage to rooms, but will not escort guests. Club level service will be temporarily unavailable. Deliveries will only be made to occupied rooms. In-room celebrations will not be available. Dry cleaning, valet, laundry service will be temporarily unavailable. Self-service laundry will remain available. Shipping service will be temporarily unavailable. Resort airline check-in service may temporarily be unavailable. So there's a lot of stuff here. You could go on and on and on and on and on and on. People are worried about pin trading. This is what's not available. Arcade, campfires, character experience, dog parks, electrical water pageant, marina rentals, pin trading, playgrounds, spas, salons, bibbidi-bobbidi boutique. The following offerings and childcare services will not be available during the initial reopening. Fireworks voyages, tasting cruises, including the Pirates and Pals fireworks voyage, fun runs, Wonderland Tea Party at Park Fair, hula lessons, in-room childcare, mermaid school, special classes and programs, including culinary, cultural, and animal. Check-in is online. Check out automatically. So there's all, like I said, I can go on and on and on. I mean, it's going to be local driven unless there's people like me that are going to, you know what I mean? Here's the thing. Yeah, it is going to, Deep Park, New England, it is going to be a boring 4th of July. What's up, Isabel TV? How you doing? It's been a while. I mean, I talked to you the last couple of days, but 4th of July is going to suck this year. You know what I'm saying? So, if you can and get fireworks, have your own party. I don't think I'll be able to have a 4th of July party this year because of the work going on. There's no way in hell that this yard will be usable for 4th of July. So, that's out the window. Unfortunately. So, it is what it is. And I like I said, I don't know what I can and can't do with, when I can. But if you got a way to do 4th of July, man, do your thing, man. If you can, do it. Because, Six Flags America is hiring up to 2,000 people. They're trying to get them because they can, technically, if they want, they can open on Friday. But they got that, last second notice. So, end of June, probably. It's got to be at least 3 weeks away. Because think about it. They got to hire, and then they got to train. So, it's going to take a little bit. That's why I hope, at least in Massachusetts anyway, they can get their stuff together and start bringing the crew back so they can get everybody rocking and rolling and get them back in there. I don't like these last minute things. But all this stuff all depends on the governor. So right now, the Pennsylvania parks, 3 weeks is past 4th of July. Well, there's been lots of good words today, Alex. Lots of good words. Because he said, hey, Josh, what's the good word? The good word of the Bible is there's a lot of park reopenings. Yeah, they'll probably miss the 4th of July. But this 4th of July, a lot of cities and towns and stuff have canceled fireworks. So, yeah. There is no, there's a lot of I mean, Boston, I think, canceled fireworks. A lot of people have canceled fireworks. A lot of cities, they're canceling parades. Yep. Yeah, that's near Kennywood. What do you call it? For Idlewild, and then there's Sandcastle Water Park. Yeah, they're all trying to... Well, you know what it is? You're starting to see where all these other parks are open in all these areas. And... So... Nobody knows what they're trying to do. Yeah, everybody's 4th of July is either people are going to be lighting fireworks off in their own yard, or they're going to not have any. which I'm not trying to be political or anything, but if they can hold a protest with thousands of people, why can't they do fireworks? Just saying. Chris, I don't think they're going to reclose. It's just as people got to get back to work. People got to get to, get some money back in the kitty and kind of get back. For a little while, it's going to be, but they know that, and they're going to have to, they're probably going to change hours, and things are probably going to start, hopefully, slowly getting a little better. Some kids are still in school. Like, my kids are still in school the next week. Well, in their bedroom. They're stuck in their bedroom. See, Larry, somebody should go in and go sue the state of Massachusetts. Everybody that sues the state, every time they sue a state, they win, because they own, and that should show you something. This should tell everybody, all these people that are like, oh no, that people will argue with you that all these stay-at-home orders are not. They're going to tell you that it's not legal. It's an overstep, unless there's martial law. All this stuff's overstepping. They're going to try and talk to you, say, nah. Look, if you want to be safe, wear a mask, stay away. I don't want to be that close to people, regardless of a pandemic or not. I don't want to smell people. I don't want to have people up my ass. I don't want that. I hope that's a change permanently. Like, no more waiting in queue lines. I'm all about that. I don't want to hear about it with queue. I don't want to wait in a queue line. I'd rather walk around, look at a store, get something to eat, go have a smoke, have a drink, hang out, take a dump. Yeah, they're little ankle biters. They like to. That's all right. When I go upstairs, when I go up, when I'm done with this, and I go upstairs, I go to the dog. I bark back at him. I hold all that pent up aggression. Oh, Arizona is preparing for emergency plans. I say let them ride it out. Let them ride it out. Let it go. Let it burn itself out. Well, while it was an advisory, they made businesses shut down and made people stay home. That's the whole thing. That's why people are pissed. People understand the risks that they're going to take to go out. I want to smell people. I mean, I don't want to smell people. No, thank you. I mean, nobody knows when anything's going to open. You know what I mean? Like the rest of the stuff, like around here, I have no idea what's going to happen. But what I can tell you, one thing is, when everybody's closing up their pools around Labor Day, I'm keeping mine open. Because mine's going to be heated, so I could just, what do you call it? If I want, I can go swimming on Christmas Day. Once it's done. They haven't even dug the hole yet. But once it's done, Yeah, I forgot where I saw this, Chris. And I know Chris is saying, I think there's a deeper reason that the rides aren't done, that SeaWorld is not opening their new coasters, and I think they don't want to push the openings. Hey, have a good night, Jay. I forgot where the hell I seen this. I saw it on Facebook, so I don't know who it is, and I wish I knew who it was to give them credit for where I seen it. But they said along the lines that RMC hadn't given Iron Gwazi the final okay to open, because as they were doing the tests, it has to get X amount of cycles in, for RMC to write off to say, okay, you can open and run it. They never got to do that, so they got to wait till they can get back. It might not. They might, because of that icebreaker. I know it's not RMC, but the company's got to come back to do the final okays. And I don't know when that is. I don't know when the final okays are coming. That's the problem with everything. They gotta get those write-offs from the companies. They gotta hand the keys. They gotta hand the keys over to the king of the castle. And if they don't do that, you're not gonna open. They're not just gonna open the ride. They gotta do the right thing. Have the ride. A lot of it has to do with ride inspectors. Everything's backed up, getting rides going and all that. And then you got, they gotta sign off and they gotta hand the keys over, so to speak. I mean, I know the keys are in the Jersey Devil might not open this shit, even though it could be completed, and they might run test the hell out of it. Like I said, don't be. I know I'm honestly thinking about going and getting fireworks, so that way once my pool's open and everything's done, I'll have my own 4th of July party after. So, well, I'll worry, I'll think about that. But yeah, and beyond that as well, it's going to be a short season for theme parks. Like I said, make sure that when you go to these parks that you have patience. Don't give them a lot of crap. And, I agree with Jason. You don't want them to open it quietly. It's a big attraction. They spent all that money on marketing, building the ride, getting it all done, and then you're just gonna poof. You don't even Icebreaker. You don't want to do that. You wanna maybe they wait until they can start moving the restrictions away. Yep, Legoland is open. No, they're not. No, but nobody is gonna be open for 24 hours. I mean, Chris works at Universal, and he said that they have it set at a certain capacity. They're not even coming anywhere near it at any time of the day, which makes me want to go down to Florida even more. But I got to get all my ducks in a row here with my business before I start taking off. Far away for a week or whatever. So I got to hold off a little bit. Cedar Fair was asking about 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 12 options. I mean, if they could pull something off like that at the parks, Kings Island would have a tough go with that, because the neighborhood was crying about Orion already, and they said that they were going to cut hours so it's quieter at Kings Island, so that might not work there. Stupid, but I get it. Yeah, it's going to be a rough go. It's definitely going to be a rough go with everybody and, with all these parks, because look at everything going on. They were losing crazy money, and now they have a chance to slowly start, they got to slowly start. And I think right now the theme parks across the board are okay with less and less, not as many people as they were hoping. And that's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's helping them learn. This is like a training process, they gotta, this is all new. They gotta, right now, having the amount of people, the small amounts of people in any park that we're going to is just going to help everybody. It's going to help you as the guest. It's going to help the park with the data. And by that, they can see, okay, we can have this many people, per day. They know their limits, as they keep going and going and going. So We'll see. I mean, you're going to start seeing, no matter what, you're going to start seeing cases spike because of all the protests. You're going to see that no matter what. I'm a firm believer, and I could be wrong, and when I finally get to talk to Jen, because Jen is one of the people that's not in the park again. We just seen her on the news, and now I got a message when you send one. Oh, we're not here. And then if you talk to somebody else, it's like, no, not here. Go talk to this one or go talk to that one. You try to write one of those 24-hour days at Magic Kingdom, it's not an easy task. Oh, I can imagine. It's tough because I know when they did that leap year, not this leap year, the one before, when they did a 24-hour day, that place was jamming. Like, there was just people everywhere all night long, riding, taking naps in the park, charging their phones, having a good time. I would love a 24-hour day like that. Man, Holiday, I got to get back to Holiday World. That place is awesome. We're actually working on booking a cabin for Dollywood for the week of Christmas. I talked to everybody. Everybody so far is down to go. So we're going to do... I just got to book the cabin. Jason, I would totally agree with you. So Jason says, in all due time, all this will go back to normal, and some procedures are here to stay as a new normal. I love the virtual lines and distancing and the new safety guides to enter the park. So, I agree. There's a lot of cool things, like, there's a lot of things that the parks are putting in place that, some parks are doing, and some other parks have a better, thing going on than others. Like, the thing that blew my mind, and I know a lot of us were like, when we saw that new security thing, so they don't have to keep checking the bags and stuff, that people are like, I want that in Disney, I want that in Universal, I want that at Cedar Fair or whatever, Cedar Fair parks. They're like, wow, this is mind-blowing. So there's going to be new things. And like with Disney Magic Bands and the Universal Tapu, I wish Cedar Fair, Six Flags, and most of the other parks had cool little bands you could buy, like a Magic Band thing. And you can have it interact. I don't know if Volcano Bay does. You might be able to answer that, Chris. Actually, yeah, I think the Tapu reacts. Well, I know it reacts inside the volcano. When you're walking through it, it reacts. You can have the guy talk, the tiki thing talking to you, and it reacts with certain lights and certain things, and there's a whole bunch of different stuff that it works with. I know Magic Bands work on different rides and stuff, so hopefully Six Flags will invest in that down the road, and Cedar Fairs would do that. If virtual lines will block in time to eat, window shop, and get interesting footage, so everyone wins. Maybe people can squeeze a bit more out of a day. I think if you could do that, you could start bringing back like the Six Flags, like better shows. Because look, Six Flags shows have been lacking the last bunch of, Well, let me tell you something, Jason. I can't wait for the new thing in IAPA that will be introduced to implement into the parks. Whatever is new, I will find it because I am going to IAPA. I mean, I got to register, but as long as I can get in, you only let me in, I am going to, I'm going to go and I will look for all the cool new things. I never have a plan when I go to IAPA. I just kind of wing it. I don't set up interviews because everybody does all the interviews. You guys, by the time I get an interview up, you've already seen it 1,000 times over from somebody else. And that's fine. I'm not, there'll be definitely some, things going on. And that's okay. I just like going, taking some footage of stuff, checking things out, taking a bunch of pictures, seeing things. That's what I like to do. You know, I'm not trying to be something that everybody else is being. I'm just going with the flow and having some fun, and I just happen to get an in. So I'll take my in and I'll go and have fun and cover all the stuff, and we'll do good things. So it's going to be fun when it comes time for, Oh, what was the other stuff I had? All right, so that I can get rid of. Park hopping. Oh, yeah, this was the Disney World thing. Okay. We got that. Okay. Okay, get rid of that. We don't need that. So yeah, so like I said, there's a bunch of stuff that's going on out there. Like there's a lot. Let me ask you guys something. What do you guys uh out of all the what do you call it? All the safety stuff that the parks are talking about. What do you want to stay and what do you want to leave? Let me know what you guys think about that. Because I'm interested to see what you guys want to keep going on. I mean, the temperature thing, that they shouldn't even put that in. That's just a safety. You know. I'm such a douche. If you can only see when I'm typing. There might be a point where I'm a pass holder and just do boardwalk, pick a show or two and leave. Yeah, that was like the 22nd or the 29th, I forgot. Yeah, that touchless bag thing should stay. End of story. That should stay. Reservation. It would be nice to keep the reservation system and but keep in mind if they were to keep that forever, virtual lines, I say keep myself. Keep mobile food ordering. I'm sure once they can, what do you call it? I think the masks are going to be one of the first things to go. I think I think once they start removing things, I think you're going to see masks and social distancing won't be required, but encouraged. But here's the thing. Yeah, it makes it feel too exclusive. And if you did say they kept that forever at everywhere, here's the problem I see. If unless they're going to put normal entrance capacity, excuse me, then maybe, I don't know. You're going to have to raise the prices. They put it this way. The ticket prices will have to go up quite a bit, and the passes would probably go up quite a bit. I think even a Diamond Elite. Yeah, I saw it fly by, Chris. I didn't comment on it. Then I forgot about it, but I saw it. But Chris was saying that they have food ordering issues with Universal. Some person that orders gets it right away. Some people got to wait 2 hours. Yeah, I'm sure it's a mess. I used... The first time that I ever used the mobile food ordering in the Disney area was Disney Springs at Deluxe Burger or whatever the hell that place is. I used it there, and it was done. I got my food in like 30 minutes. Something like that. You know? But I think if they were going to keep... and they could... Diamond... DD should be like $20 a month. Are you talking about Diamond Elite, Alex? Diamond Elite's like what, $18, $20 already, $19.99 or something like that. Realistically, if you wanted to keep it, if you want to keep reservation system going, I think what you need to do is you might have to raise the Diamond Elite passes to say $22 to $25 a month, and then regular Diamond like $20. You know, they're gonna have to move substantially, because even though that's monthly money coming in, you're not getting tons of monthly. I mean, you're getting enough, but not enough. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to raise the ticket price if you want to keep it that exclusive. Now Disney, if they keep that reservation thing, you bet your ass you're gonna be paying like $200 a ticket all day. If they were gonna limit the capacity, $200 a ticket all day, unless you got a pass. But then those passes will probably become like $2,000. Mobile food ordering at Disney is fantastic, but they've been doing it a long time. Universal is just... Yeah, and... I mean, I would pay a little bit more to have that kind of thing. Lower attendance, smaller crowds. You spend a little bit more money, but you're gonna get. It's kind of like when you go to what do you call it? How many of you been to Discovery Cove down in Florida, in Orlando? That's the dolphin park that Disney, not the SeaWorld has, and it's like $200 a day per person. I think the dolphin swim's like $250 to do that. So, and that's limited to like what, 1,000 people a day or something like that. So I mean, they know. So just keep parks know how much money they got to make every day to make a profit. They know that. They know what it's costing them for the day. They know all that. The parks know. The parks will know that, because that they got the people that got to know the money. They got to know when to send an employee home or bring employees in. So they know what money they're making. So, but if they go, okay, it's going to cost a day ticket to Six Flags is now $80. Period. No matter where you go, it's $80 for a ticket, no discount. Season pass, you're gonna pay $250, $300 a year per pass, per person. I don't even know what the hell I'm paying now. I'm just saying, whatever it is, it just goes up. You know. But I mean, I'm willing to. I don't know how many people are willing to. I know not everybody has the money to blow on that too. That's another problem. And like Lindsay's saying, it makes it feel too exclusive, and then that puts people kind of like on the outs. People go, what the hell? Like, this is crazy. Some things are gonna stay. Some things are gonna go. You know, in terms. Oh yeah, they know to the penny their margins and costs. They know all that stuff. Each park knows that. I mean, look, I'm not saying Six Flags should have been astronomically high like Disney or Universal high for tickets, but they need to be higher than what they are. The amount of times that we all go and we buy Diamond Elite passes, we know how much those things cost. You know what I'm saying? And for us to get those benefits, for us to enjoy it at Six Flags, or if you're doing the same thing at any park that you go to, whatever their tiers of memberships and passes and all that crap, you're buying into not only the admission, but you're getting perks. You want those perks. You want to enjoy them. This year, you're not going to get as many perks. You'll get some. I mean, the good thing that I don't know how many of you watched. Was it last week? Jeffrey Siebert's. He did a live video on his Facebook. Marcus sent me a link to go watch it, and I watched a little bit of it. And here's the cool thing that's going to happen when it comes to some of the stuff that Six Flags is doing. I'm probably going to safely assume that what goes on there is going to happen up here and everywhere at all the other Six Flags. If you have the membership cup or a souvenir cup that you've bought, at least for this year, if you show your pass with the membership, they scan it, you get a free soda. They're going to hand you a paper cup. And with that paper cup, you can either pour it in your cup or just drink it out of the cup. So for this year, you get away with not having to bring your cup in. They're going to give you a paper cup. I wish that's how it was all the time. I think for the extra 10 cents or whatever it costs for the stupid cup, I think they should just do that. Just give you a paper cup. Forget these stupid souvenir things. Pay to have like a subscription service added into your monthly thing. Soda. You know what I mean? If you want unlimited drinks or whatever, put it on the pass and just get a cup. Forget these. They get stolen all the time, the souvenir. I don't want to deal with a souvenir cup. Just give me a paper cup I can chuck when I'm done. Or recycle, whatever. Just throw it away when I'm done. I don't want to deal with carrying a souvenir cup anymore. Would you go to a highly themed park without rides like Evermore in Utah? I think more parks like this need to be built. I forgot what all the other stuff Jeffrey Siebert said. Hang on, I'm typing something to somebody. Hey, Charles, I responded to you. Jessica's going to slap me when I go upstairs. And I'm okay with that because I'm saying some funny stuff. Nope. SeaWorld sent something. Just a few more hours until the park reopens. 16 hours, 56 minutes, and 56 seconds. A countdown in email with a dolphin. Oh, little dolphin, I want to go see you and hang out with you. Amazing animals, incredible rides. I am jealous of all you guys that are going on rides now. I'm not hating on you. I'm just jealous, and I can't hide it. I'm just very jealous right now, but my time's coming soon. Yeah, I was looking up that park. I wanted to see what that was about, what Jason was talking about. Evermore. Let's see. All right, Evermore Park. Choose your own adventure. So there's a train. So this is like fairies and Robin Hood and I don't get it. The Nodding Glass House, Fairy Garden, Crooked Lantern Tavern, Nettleton Mill, The Slanting Shanty, Mortlock Mausoleum is upper, the Catacombs lower. There's a crypt, the Court of St. Michael, the Moongate, the Burrows. Yeah, I really don't know what this... I'm not knocking it. I just don't know what it's a themed attraction. I guess a lot of walkthrough weird stuff. Well, to me it's weird, but that doesn't mean that it is. It's just, yeah, I don't know really much about it, but it looks cool. Just got the news. Oh yeah, the rides will open this Friday, 5 p.m. in Ocean City. Was it Trumpets? I know what you're talking about. Trumpets. Ask Lindsay, he knows. Trimpers, there it is. Yeah, it's all good. Theme Park New England. I spell like a. I spell like a newborn, so don't worry. It's an RPG. Oh, role playing. Oh, okay. So I mean, me personally, I would be interested in checking anything like that out. I would be into that. Is it gonna be my favorite? I mean, if it's like, what do they call that? What's that thing that everybody likes with the elves and the fairies? What's those games? I know one of my kids talks about them. That likes to play them. There's that set of games there that you just. I played one of them, and I'm going through the woods, and I'm seeing animals chase me. I gotta kill an animal, and I feel like I'm walking through the woods for like literally 2 hours trying to get somewhere. I have no idea what I'm doing. I like blowing stuff up. You know, I like the Grand Theft Autos, the Call of Duties, and anything to blow things up. That's what I like. Once in a while, I play a sports game, or once in a while, I like to play Friday the 13th to be Jason. Sometimes when I can be Jason and slam somebody in a sleeping bag off a tree. Or take an axe and just axe the hell out of them. Or I like to play Planet Coaster. And those that didn't watch Planet Coaster last night, shame on you. I think I built a fantastic B&M Giga last night. Yeah, World of Warcraft. And there's another one, though. What's the other RP? There's another one. Yeah, World of Warcraft. What's the other? I'm going to... Oh, Elder Scrolls. I played Elder Scrolls, and then I didn't even make it. Like, I don't think I made it an hour in the game. When I finally got to some village in the beginning, and I went, it took me like an hour or 45 minutes or whatever it was to get here, and I did absolutely nothing. People, no, you gotta give. I'm like, dude, all I did was walk for like a 45 minutes in the woods in a path. I didn't see another elf or a troll or a talking tree or whatever the hell they got. I didn't see none of that crap. It just wasn't there. Look, if you guys love that stuff, by all means, go. I can't sit there in a video game holding the controller. I'm gonna stand here for an hour and walk. Come on, I could have blew up people. I could have 20 matches of Call of Duty by then. I don't know. I just rather go around killing zombies like in Call of Duty, or go around and play, you know, online and go blow up people. I remember with playing Call of Duty Nuketown. How many of you played Nuketown? If you played Call of Duty. We used to make private like we'd go into public matches as we had this crew. So we had enough for one team. It would be like me and like 3 or 4 Americans, and then the rest of them would be all these British guys that we made friends with playing online. And then like we played there's a zombie map that has David Hasselhoff, and you can ride the roller coaster through shooting zombies, which is amazing. I forgot which Call of Duty that is. My kids know. You can go on the roller coaster going through shooting zombies. That's pretty cool. There's another like what do you call it? You know, the maps on Call of Duty. You can run through the water park and run on the slides and stuff, which is cool. But yeah, I'm definitely not an elf guy, but I would go to do that in real life and go do that just to try it out, and then you could use it, you know, the footage of going there as like a thing for, you know, to suck people in, you know. But hey, look, I'm willing to try things. I'm not a total like no. I'm not one to. I might think it's stupid. Like I can't get. No offense. Like I said, I can't get into World of Warcraft. Yeah, I loved it. I love even when they turned it into a zombie map. That was cool. But we used to make. What we'd do is we'd go into the, you know, like the live games. What's up, Superman? A ride? We would go into a live match. We'd play, And then we'd leave, and then people would start messaging, hey, where you going? We're like, well, we're starting our own private game. If you want to come, we'll let you know, blah, 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 blah. And we used to do crazy stuff on Nuketown. And people loved it. Like, once people saw what we were doing in a private match, then people wanting to play with us all the time. We were having fun, joking around, swearing at each other, talking crap to you about each other's moms and everything. We had a lot of good times doing that. I haven't played them stuff in a long time. So Lindsay says, I learned a lot from a Canadian YouTuber called Momo O'Brien. You'll think she's a bit of an annoying brat, but her song she wrote from her pirate LARP, Rima Paggio, is a bop. Well, what I've heard about Humbug is the Sally's Dark Ride. For those that don't know, Santa's Village is in what is that, Jefferson, New Hampshire? It's a family kid park. They have a dark ride that they built. And when I went and looked, I always look, you guys can look at any time for used rides for sale. And I forgot which site it was, but one of those used ride sites is selling the ride. Oh yeah, I used to be a camper because I sucked. So I used to hide in the windows. I had my spots in either house. And the windows, I'd last forever, and I'd get all my packages and things, and it was crazy. It was awesome. But the Humbug, it's supposed to get expanded, bigger, and Sally Dark Rides is revamping it for them, so they're spending some money. They're getting bigger cars. The cars they're selling, I think the system that they currently have, they're selling. It's going to be a new version. I haven't seen anything, so who knows? I really don't know what's going to happen. You know, so who knows? But I will say that I'm actually excited. I can't wait to get back to Santa's Village. I feel like this year, for the most part, I'm going to be trapped on this side of New York. Just because I don't see a lot of parks. Here's my problem this year. I can't do a ton of traveling. One, I got to get my business back to where it was. I mean, I could take a day trip here or a weekend trip there. Nothing, you know what I mean? But I got to... And thankfully, we got a boatload of work. We just got like 10 jobs, 10 work orders. And I think the average work order is $4,000 without parts. So we're probably averaging about $6,000 a job. Roughly. Some jobs are like $8,000, some are 10, some are 3,000, some are 2,500. But I think the average with everything is like, I don't know. It's a lot of money. Yeah, they're not wasting any time, man. With when you look at they announced a date. If the park is announcing a date, they're hiring people back. People are coming back. They're doing training. They're getting everything going. They know they got time to do this stuff, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna get it going. They're gonna be running the rides. They're gonna be doing everything. It's a positive time. Finally, we're getting out of that negative. Remember before everybody was like looking like they wanted to kill themselves because everything was shut down. You know. I don't think there's going to be like battle over Metropolis, John. They'll probably be more in line with like Ghost Hunt, because they're going from, well, they're not going to be, because they're going from 2-seater to 4-seater. That's what. Matter of fact, I know. Here we go. Here goes Josh looking for something, but I think I could be. Oh wait, no wait. I think it's. I should have a picture on here on my drive. Once it pops up, it's acting slow. This is an external hard drive that always popped on. I think it went to sleep. So now it's like waking up. Ever since this virus happened, everything's been going slow and stuff. No, not that one. Here we go. Santa's Village. Bingo bang. Oh, yeah, that's well, actually, when Jeremy was there, he got a black eye. All right, I'm gonna show you. Let me see. Do I got a picture of the car? I want people to see the car that they current. Yeah, okay. I got the current car. All right, I'm gonna post it up. Yeah, I need all the contracts, because if not, we got a little problem with JCPenney because of their bankruptcy, but we think we got a way to get paid, even if they don't want to. I'm not going to say publicly, but there's a strong arm tactic we got that they got no choice, and I love it. I mean, on the first sign before bankruptcy, from bankruptcy on, we're good. Anything that was before, sucks to be me, but it will suck to be them. All right, where is it? Santa's Village. Here's what I want everybody to see. This was 2010, so Jeremy was 6 years old with this picture. I'll tell you the story in a second. This is his face after a day at Storyland. Storyland's also in New Hampshire. So take a look at that. Was my kid when he was 6. See his eye? So look at that. All right, I'm going to take that off. I don't want people thinking I beat my kid because I didn't. So I don't know how many of you have been to Storyland in New Hampshire. If you've been there, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If not, I'm going to explain this. Matter of fact, I think I got a picture of what gave Jeremy a black eye. And you're going to laugh. It's unfortunate for the kid. Will Warwick malls be closed? No. The list came out over the weekend. They're closing 154 stores. I'm not losing any of them, which is great. No stores in Mass. No stores in Rhode Island are closing. I mean, they're scattered out. Some in Cali, some in... Where the hell? Oh, wait. I'm looking in the... First, before I'm looking... hang on. Let me show you the car first. Then we'll go back to the black eye thing. All right. So that's Devin when he was 8 and Keith's kid, Kyle. See, you can only see 2 seats. So if you got... I think it was like $149,000. You could buy the current setup. You get all the cars, the track. I don't know what else is included because the description on it sucked. But that's the current car for excuse me, Santa's Village. Now, so Larry, you'll recognize this possibly when I add the next picture. Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? All right, I got to go to Storyland. Where are you? All right, I got to find it because it's going to be at the bottom of the pictures. Sort of. Where the hell is it? I know I took pictures of it. No? Damn. How can that be? Wait, what's over here? Oh. Let's see if I see. I might have them around. I'm looking. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Here we go. All right. So, for those that have been to playgrounds, that you have to spin the little carousel with the animals you sit on. Well, somebody's supposed to spin it. All right. This is like heading towards Cinderella's castle. There's an area where they have the spider. You know, you can sit and have the spider land on your head there and all that. So they have this little carousel thing they call it. You can run around, make it spin. Well, if you see Kyle there on the right, that's Keith's kid. while it was spinning, he jumped on that. Jeremy, being the fearless leader that he is, decided while it's spinning to jump on it like Kyle did. He was only 6. He's little. So when he did, see the metal bars that are around the animals? Well, he smacked his face off one of the metal bars there. Like the front end. See where Kyle's hand is on the right pointing at the tiger? Like around that curveball? That's where Jeremy bashed his face off of that. That's what happened to him. And we actually had the cops called on us at the condo we were staying at. Somebody thought I beat my kid. And they were like, no. Call Storyland. They got it all on record. They're like, oh, okay. And the cops came, and we told the cops, and they're like, I think they put the call in, and they found the name and all that. So they were like, oh, okay, cool. Like the kid didn't get beat. But see, I like going to I know like Storyland and Santa's Village are little kid places. I know this, you know this, but I love going to it. You know, we went to Clark's Trading Post. You know, on that one particular trip, it was a great time. The whole time was great, minus Jeremy getting smacked in the face by one of them rides. It's unfortunate. Now I wonder if there's any other rides, pictures of them, like right when it happened. What picture is this? I can't tell because it's so tiny right now. I can't tell if he's got a black eye in that picture. Oh no, he didn't hit his head yet at that time. That was right before he hit his face. So we did the little Miss Mud, the spider, whatever the stupid nursery stream thing goes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's that. All right, cancel that. Get that out. Go back to normal. You can see a modern version of something similar to that from the Constellation trip. Hey, what's up, Kevin? I was talking about how my kid smashed his face on one of them carousel things back in 2010 at Storyland in New Hampshire, how he smashed his face. Canopy stopped selling season passes. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously got to do with the virus. And some things for this year are going to be different. And we just have to, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. You know what I mean? They're trying their best to get you to come, to get everybody, to get us all to feel safe and want to go. They're trying to make sure that we all social distance. We're wearing masks. We're having fun. They're making money. They're in business. We're doing our thing. And I get that. Like I said, I'm not defending the parks, but it's also not their fault. I'm not defending anything. I'm not trying to be a kiss ass, because people call me a kiss ass because I'm like, stop giving the parks a pass. And what I say to that to everybody, if you can't handle it, maybe you shouldn't be such a douchebag. I'm not saying you, Danny. I'm just saying people that are like giving me crap. So let me get that out straight. I'm not calling any particular people out, but there are people out there that have messaged me. You're an asshole. Why are you doing this? Why are you, rah-rah being the cheerleader of the parks? You want to know why I'm being the cheerleader? I'm trying to do my part to help save them. Because if we just, if you don't want to go because, you don't want to catch the virus, you want to stay away, watch all the idiots, that's your prerogative. But if everybody stopped going, because I'm waiting for a vaccine, I'll see you in 5 years, because you ain't coming for 5 years. Sorry. I mean, unless you want to inject the poison that they got coming out in the next few months. By all means, have at it. But yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to be the, I love Donald Trump and open it all up. And it's quite a bit more than that for myself. I am the be nice, like Bill and Ted say, be excellent to each other. Don't give the parks crap. And unfortunately, like I said last night, we got to eat the shit sandwich for this season. If you want to go and have fun, you got to eat that sandwich. There's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're going to see, honestly, I don't think Six Flags is going to be announcing any rides for 2021. I don't think so. I think you're going to see some of these rides that were going in this year become next year. Even Supergirl could. I haven't heard, nor have I asked, trying to get any kind of answer. Like, is it coming this year? Nobody's saying nothing. If it's going to open, it's going to open. Here's the problem with the attractions for this year. Whoever flew that drone over the park, you see everything set up for them just to install the ride. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, John. That's funny. Like Supergirl at New England, all they got to do, I don't know, the plots could be on, the title of this episode has the nation's oldest parks in it. I'm going to check that video out. Lindsay, do me a favor. Send it to me in Messenger there on Twitter. Because I won't go back and look at this chat. So if you could just send that link, because I'd like to watch that later. We got all... Supergirl has everything set up to go. All they got, like I said, I don't know if pots are on site. I don't know any of that stuff. Like, I don't know. I haven't been able to talk to anybody that's been in the park to confirm or deny, and nobody's saying nothing. I don't know if it's because it's the corporate response. It's not like going... I mean, Lake Compounce is corporate, but Jerry Brick would always say, hey, this is what we're doing, even though maybe he shouldn't have, but I wouldn't blab anything out. They know that they could trust me without... That's like... People were like, when people saw, they're like getting ready to open. And then people were like, they're going to open June 20th. And I was like, no, they're not. I know. They entrust me with the information. So I was teasing people. I'm like, I know the date. I'm not allowed to tell you. And, but it's not the date, but soon enough. That's so cryptic, you don't know. And then the next day they let it out. So I didn't tell anybody anything about dates. I didn't say, you know what I mean? Like, I appended the you know what I mean? What they told me. I said, I'll let you guys do your thing. I'm not going to tell you nothing. Tell them nothing. You guys. Because they asked me to. They said, please do not post this publicly. That's what I didn't post it. Usually the new rides are ready for Memorial Day weekend. But because of the virus and all the different... It's weird. Certain states shut down construction. Certain states didn't. I mean, Rhode Island doesn't have a theme park, but construction remained all throughout this. They didn't stop any construction. They were working on the roads. They were working on houses. They were working on buildings they were building. Like, that kept going. All the construction that was already going, they didn't stop any of it. Massachusetts stopped it. I don't know if they can even go back to... You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And other states, you know what I mean? Like, people that can see parks, get in parks, or if the parks took pictures. But a lot of it got shut down because of the virus. So everything got pushed. So you had March, like middle March to now, with the parks that aren't open, that like the Six Flags parks that... even when Jeffrey Siebert was talking about Daredevil Dive over there, the air race that they're getting, he said the parts, I think, were on site and they were going to start, like a couple days after that, they were going to start construction. They said by the time the park opens, it should be open, but he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't 100% sure, but... And then, like I said earlier about like Gwazi and Icebreaker, they may not open those until they can get Was it Inman that made Icebreaker? I forgot already because my brain has like 5 million things going on at once about different topics, so my brain's not functioning properly right now. It's kind of short circuiting. If it's Inman, so they probably got to get the Inman people back. They got to get the RMC people back for Iron Gwazi, and then they probably and I'm sure another part of it, just like Jason in Paradise and Chris was saying earlier, that there's probably something more to it than just having the companies come and open it up. They invested ridiculous millions of dollars in each of those parks, in any park. Hey, you're not a pain with the questions. It's okay. I think. Oh, so Premiere did Icebreaker. All right, so they got to get Premiere in. Kevin, to answer your question, it's sort of happening, but in a different way. If you look at what Foxwoods has done over the last 2-3 years or something, they built the indoor go-kart track, they built the zip line, they got a drop tower coming, and they got something out, I think like a bungee ride, like a slingshot ride going over there. So it's not going to be a theme park like a Six Flags, but they're putting in different various attractions. Because I believe last year the indoor go-kart track opened. I believe. And I know they had the zip line. That's a long zip line too. I think it's a mile long. Something like that. And then you got, you got the drop tower ride. You got the bungee ride thing to shoot you up. So, I honestly, for Foxwoods, that would probably be the best idea. There's no reason for them trying to build a theme park. Just because, down, you drive however long, like another hour down, you can get to, if you travel another hour or so, you can get to Lake Compounce. Or you go the other way, you can get to New England. It's really no point. Those are established parks. And not everybody, people are going to run, and if they had a whole theme park, roller coasters and all that stuff, people would go run to it to go ride it, but it wouldn't be as popular as a Six Flags or a Lake Compounce. Unless they had like some crazy rides they put in and they tried their best to compete. I just don't see it. Especially in this climate. I think if they would just, open these attractions, let them run, make some money, open some new ones. It's kind of like going, however many been to the, what do they call that? It's not the Orlando Eye anymore. What the hell do they call it? Icon. With a giant Ferris wheel, and they got the swing ride. I think they're working on a drop tower or something over there. They're working on something over there. But I think those plans have been put on hold temporarily because of everything going on. They could build a roller coaster if at Foxwoods, and if they did, it could be a viable option. They could build they don't have to go crazy and build some 200-300 foot roller coaster. They could build a nice, decent coaster, put it over there, get people to ride. People would go and they would ride it. I know I would. I'd be like, Foxwoods, let's go. I've been there a bunch. I don't really gamble though. I'm casinos give up on me because I don't spend a lot of money. I remember one time I went to Twin River Casino. I've heard nothing from Great Escape. But now that you asked that, I think once I get done with the show in a few minutes, I think I'm going to email the park just to see where they're at. I've made a connection with them. With like one of the people that work there now used to work at New England in marketing, and now they moved back up to the Great Escape, and that's where the person started. One that got us in at Six Flags New England. She went to Jen McGrath and was like, "We have to work with SFNEOnline." That's what she said. She had our back. She loves everything we do still. She's still watching and she's still liking stuff, and I talk to her. I haven't talked to her in a little while because of the virus stuff. And I can get that out, and then I'll put out anything that I'm allowed to talk about. Hey, thanks for watching, Kevin. I truly appreciate it. You have a good night. Make sure you keep watching. I do this for you guys. I do it to myself. It's kind of like, I remember one time I did a show in a club, and there was literally like 5 people. I've done shows when it was just me and a pole that they had on the stage in the middle of it. and I was dancing and singing to the pole. And I've done it. I've done shows in front of 10,000 people. So I've done it with nobody, and I've done it with big numbers. And I'll still do it for nobody or big numbers. So it doesn't matter. But anyway, I am going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. What's today? Wednesday. So tomorrow I'm going to do some Planet Coaster. Friday I'm taking off of doing everything. And then starting Monday, I can't guarantee it yet. It just depends what happens. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do Monday night show and a Wednesday night show. I'm going to try. I can't promise, but I'm going to try. I don't know what's going to happen when I walk through that door after work. I really don't. Especially with all the construction going. I mean, you should see what they're doing outside. They have to hold up the electrical pole, the wires, so the trucks can come in and out. They stuck this giant board that's sitting on top of my garbage can, holding up a wire. Never seen anything like it. Crazy. I'm like, I can't put anything in my trash bin. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys most likely tomorrow. If you want to come join us, hang out while we're building Planet Coaster. We'll post the link everywhere. So if you want to watch, come join. And if not, I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you. And until then, next time, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.